Yoda, the cat with 4 ears, Chicago, Illinois. Couple Valerie and Ted Rock took the cat in 2 years ago after they visited a local bar, where a group of drinkers was handing the animal around and making fun of him. Since being adopted by the Rocks and after getting his picture posted on the internet, the 2-year-old feline has become an international media celebrity. The Rocks have received calls from Good Morning America, Fox News, and the Tyra Banks Show. The Mog's mugshot has graced the pages of the London Guardian and British tabloids. Despite his strange appearance, Yoda, named after the pointy-eared Star Wars character, pictured below, is a perfectly normal and affectionate cat and a delight to have around. His extra ears are thought to be the result of a genetic mutation, but Yoda's owners are keeping a close watch on their much-loved pet. They are concerned he could be catnapped because he is so different. Salt Coffee, last part, after 40 years, he passed away and left her a letter which said, "My dearest, please forgive me, forgive my life's lie. This was the only lie I told you, the salty coffee. Remember the first time we dated? I was so nervous at that time, actually, I wanted some sugar, but I said salt. It was hard for me to change, so I just went ahead. I never thought that would be the start of my biggest lie. I tried to tell you the truth many times in my life, but I was too afraid to, as I had promised never to lie to you. Now I'm dying, afraid of nothing, so I will tell you the truth. I don't like salty coffee, what a strange bad taste, but I have had the salty coffee for my whole life. Since I have known you, I have never felt sorry for anything I have done for you. Having you with me is the most immense happiness of my life. If I could live again, would want to know you and have you for my whole life, even if I had to drink the salty coffee again." Her tears made the letter wet. Someday, someone asked her, "How does salty coffee taste?" "It's sweet," she replied. Salt Coffee, he met her at a party. She was so outstanding, many guys were chasing after her. While he was so normal, nobody paid attention to him. At the end of the party, he invited her to have coffee with him. She was so surprised, but due to being polite, she promised. They sat in a nice coffee shop. He was too nervous to say anything. She felt uncomfortable, and she thought, "Please, let me go home." Suddenly he asked the waiter, "Would you please give me some salt? I'd like to put it in my coffee." Everybody stared at him, so strange. His face turned red, but still, he put the salt in his coffee and drank it. She asked him curiously, "Why do you have this hobby?" He replied, "When I was a little boy I lived near the sea. I liked playing in the sea. I could feel the taste of the sea, just like the taste of this salty coffee. Now every time I have the salty coffee, I always think of my childhood, think of my hometown. I miss my hometown so much. I miss my parents who are still living there." Dating. One day in the 1920s, a young man asked if he could visit a woman at her home. When he arrived at her home, she was wearing a hat on her head. Many people today may not understand what this story means, but any American in the 1920s would understand. The hat said that the girl would like to go out with him. In the past, men liked sitting in the girl's house to talk, meet her mother, have something to eat, and listen to her play the piano. However, women would like to go on a date, to go out somewhere interesting. This new style of dating began to take the place of the old system of visiting society in the early 20th century. Nowadays, it is very popular around the world. Reasons of love. When choosing a partner for life, what do people usually think of? A recent study has shown that the following factors are the most important things that one takes into consideration when choosing her partner. Firstly, beauty is an important factor. Although many people say that the partner's appearance is not important, research has shown that beauty has a great effect. Secondly, money is also as important as appearance. Rich people are easier to attract the opposite sex than the poor. Both men and women say that they think much about how much money their partners have before they decide to get married. In addition, timing is important. If the partner comes in time, marriage is more possible. Do you see? If your partner comes when you are available or eager to love, he will be accepted easily.